Will his legacy be that it was, a bad ownership and bad players that cost him his job? Or will his legacy be that, he wasn't quite good enough? And I think the truth at the moment is that you would combine all of those things. It was time to go. I mean, look, I accept it. I don't even feel as sad as how I feel. And I would ask you, how I feel is the same way I felt after Spurs in the international break. Sorry, after Villa after the international break. I felt like it's a weight lifted. I think doing this on this community, but also the wider Man United fan base, it's been so bad and so toxic, and it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't be as angry and abusive towards each other as it has been. So I think something had to change, and the results weren't changing. They weren't offering any optimism or hope. So the club has to drive that. Ultimately, every mood around this fan base is dictated to by players, managers, and the owners, and the results on the pitch. And it's just not been good enough. And the fan base has bore the brunt of that. And ultimately, whether you wanted him to go or you didn't or whatever, have you been happy over the last few weeks? No. And it's got to a point where it's like, all right, it's a Michael Oliver VAR decision and we should have put the ball in the back of the net. And some people might look at it and go, so you're telling me if Dalot scores that goal and we win that game, he doesn't get sacked? No, he wouldn't have been sacked. If we'd have won yesterday, he wouldn't have been sacked, but we lost. So you can't look at it as one game. It's not because Dalot didn't score. If he'd beat West Ham, he would have carried on. But we're 14th in the league after 9 games. This has been going on for a long time. So I think fair play to Ineos that they've acted that quick. They have to act quick. They've got to act even quicker now. The Ten Hag era is over.